Well, hello and welcome to 2026. Welcome to Mondays of Microsoft, where we break down the next 2 weeks in the Microsoft world for you with a special focus on AI business solutions, all of our AI capabilities, and Power Platform. I'm Karuana Gatimu. I'm the Director of Collaborative Apps and Customer Advocacy for AI. I don't know. It's 2026. I have forgotten what my title is because I was on vacation, but I know one thing for sure. I have Heather Cook with me, and she's awesome. Hey,
I know what you do. It's all good.
I do something at Microsoft,
No.
one of
Yep,
those things,
right.
that we have. We have so much great stuff coming up. Welcome, Heather. I'm so glad. Welcome to
Hi.
2026. I'm glad to be in 2026 with you.
Same. Happy New Year, and yeah, we're excited to kick this
So
off
let's
with our
let's get
community,
into it.
so yay, go ahead. Oh, yeah, it's me, right? Yeah, I'm next. So what are we talking about today? We have got CES 2026, how Microsoft unveiled how it's accelerating the next wave of innovation across the emotive and mobility ecosystem, and Microsoft Agent 365, how one startup is
Yes,
furthering
it
its
is.
goal of making AI agents more intuitive. All right. Cool. I think we are also talking about incident response, proactive services for enhanced resilience, and Microsoft OneDrive, a year in review, AI powered file management, and smarter collaboration. So, you're going to want to stick around with us for the next 30 minutes. You're not going to want to miss all the exciting news we have to share. And wherever you are watching, please hit all the buttons, the like, the share, report, and subscribe. And a big thank you to our sponsor, Shure, who makes us sound fantastic. We are going to get into our question of the day. So, if you are watching live on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, we're going to invite you to answer the question in the chat. I was looking to see, we've got some folks jumping on, which is great as always. So, hello, Michelle Gilbert, Nesha, Daniel, Abby. So, hello, everybody. So, thank you for being here with us. So, our question of the day is going to be, if you could redesign your workday with AI at the center, what would look completely different? Okay. So I'll be thinking about that as well, Caruana, and put those answers in the chat, please. We do chat on the LinkedIn channel, and we'll come back to those at the end of the episode. So while you answer, we're going to dive into the Microsoft big rocks, which are shaping the AI landscape. And Aaron, are we good to bring back Miss Caruana, or am I rocking? Yeah. I think it's me. Okay. So, what Geron Lanier learned about AI from a brush with blindness and turbocharged obsession with jewelry. So a lot of you know that we've started at Microsoft a print magazine again. It's called Signal, and I think we're in our second to third issues, which have just come out. And a really personal and unexpected reflection was published in that magazine. So Jaron is a pioneering technologist, VR founder, and artist, and one of Time's 100 most influential people. So he was sharing how a false diagnosis of impending blindness in early 2025 really reshaped his relationship with creativity and ultimately with artificial intelligence. So what began as a month of fear became this, explosion of artistic expression. So it led him into this obsessive journey with jewelry making, from simple beading to advanced metalwork, casting, laser cutting, and CNC milling. So along the way, AI became his most effective collaborator, and not as a sentient partner, but as this powerful tool, really grounded in the collective knowledge of countless creators. So, through the experience, he said, he really wanted to reframe AI not as a autonomous entity, but as the most productive form of human collaboration yet. So, his essay offers really practical, intimate guidance on using AI in ways that sharpen autonomy, deepen creativity, and avoid, the pitfalls of treating AI as something that it's not. So at its heart, his story is a real reminder that technology gains meaning through human context, just as like, a string of beads becomes art only when connected to the story behind its maker. In an aside, I literally got together with a bunch of girls this weekend and we made friendship bracelets and wrote letters to ourselves to be mailed later in the year. So we got crafty. So it's shout out to Jaron and his jewelry making for sure. It's a really great article that you should check out. Um, the other thing that's going on, we have got CES that just happened. And so CES, for those of you who don't know, CES always kicks off the year. It's a giant show in Las Vegas, and it's got all the new stuff. If you're on YouTube at all, you're seeing all of the like new, brand new, future looking things that are coming out in the world. Obviously, AI is hugely out there with all kinds of announcements and features. So, but for Microsoft, we unveiled how the acceleration really around the next wave of innovation across automotive and mobility ecosystems are helping manufacturers transform vehicles into intelligent and connected platforms. The story connected to this blog is it's highlighting all kinds of new collaborations that unite cloud, AI, edge computing in systems, in vehicle systems, and enabling automakers to deliver safer, smarter, and more personalized driving experiences. So, from advanced driver assist capabilities to next generation digital cockpits to end to end software defined vehicle architectures, Microsoft is emphasizing its role as catalyst, empowering OEMs and suppliers to build these, differentiated mobility solutions while maintaining full control of their data and their customer relationships. So the piece really underscores how the automotive industry is entering a new era defined by intelligent software, continuous updates, and AI-driven insights, with Microsoft at the forefront with its partners. So it's a great story by Aaron Lee that you should definitely check out. And there's another big show. We got big shows happening. Are
We
you back?
do. We do. Let's see. I think I'm back. I'm back. So we had our
Cool.
first technical glitch of 2026.
I
Happy that
know.
it happened to me. Better me than anybody else. I am
Yep.
happy to be here. And that was
Hey.
awesome, Heather. Thank you.
Yep.
See,
Yep.
the thing y'all
Absolutely.
don't understand about this show is that there's a flow. You always want to have an incredibly talented and seasoned co-host, because when you're live streaming, anything can happen.
It's true.
But there's so there's so many things that are going on right now, and Heather's right about the shows because we're heading towards NRF 2026. Right. And so the National Retail Foundation Federation, I forgot the F stands for at this point, but there, Microsoft is introducing a new way of agentic AI capabilities that are designed to bring more intelligent automation to every part of the retail business. This is really important because obviously retail is very competitive. They want to make sure that they have every advantage in getting their products to customers. And these advancements connect commerce, operations, and store teams with real time intelligence, helping retailers to move more quickly, operate with greater resilience, and service shoppers with deeper relevance. Those personalized shopping experiences are very important. And AI significantly changed how consumers are shopping for gifts. Adobe unveiled that AI driven e commerce traffic for 2025 holiday season surged by 693% compared to 2024. And of course, that represents the advancement of these capabilities. And it also illustrates the importance of connecting authentic brand engagement with frictionless checkout, helping retailers capture value at exactly the moment of intent. Right, from conversational shopping experiences powered by Copilot checkout to adaptive store tools built for smarter, more efficient operations, Microsoft is delivering solutions that not only streamline decision making, but strengthen trust at every step. It's all about empowering retailers with AI that acts and adapts and amplifies so that they can deliver those seamless, intuitive experiences that they know their customers want. So, Microsoft will be introducing two solutions that bring agentic commerce to life across the digital experiences that retailers own: brand agents, which are now available for merchants on the Shopify platform, and the personalized shopping agent template in Copilot Studio. So, one of the things about AI is it democratizes access to these tools. So, whether you're a large or small retailer, you can use these capabilities to better serve your customers. So, I hope you check out this article. And this is going to be really fun. I think it is in Javits Center in New York City. I love some New York. Maybe not so much in the winter. I'm a springtime in New York kind of person. And I think that, Heather, you're going to be in New
Yeah.
York as well, aren't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to New York for our AI tour. I think that's the first one of the new year in New York City, Wednesday, January 21st. I'll be doing a
Mm.
Copilot workshop on Purview and Copilot and getting ready. And yeah, I did see in researching, it's Federation, by the way. It's, yeah,
Thank you.
National Retail Federation. Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds, yes, the actor, is the keynote. He's probably keynoting like or has right now. And I was like, interesting. I was like, well, that makes sense. Like he's got a ton of brands, right? He's like
Right.
he's got the mint and all
Mint.
those other things, the gin and all that stuff. So I was like, that's gonna be cool. So yeah, I'm excited to hear how that goes for him. So yeah, kinda neat.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I'm sure that the audience will
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
enjoy that. And while
Yeah.
you are in New York, I will be in
Yes.
Davos at the World Economic Forum again. I'm getting ready to hop that long flight to Zurich. And, I love going to the World Economic Forum, for everything that happens there with MIT. That's the group that I go with. Of course, we see Microsoft all there, and there's a fantastic additional event that's there called Undavos. A
Mm,
lot of startups, a lot of sustainability folks, really so much forward thinking. My cup gets filled when I get to go there, listening to
yeah.
people really talk about the future. And of course, I get to talk about workforce transformation and investing in your people there in Davos. That's usually what I bring to the table, among other things. So it's going to be a great, great time. We'll be flitting around the world.
I know. We'll high five each other in the air, so it's all
Yeah.
good. Yeah. For
All
sure.
right.
So
Well,
the news was a little, like quiet because of the holidays, but we do have some great in case you missed it. And I know you have great stuff there, Karuana. So yeah.
absolutely, right? And also, with Agent 365, I wanted to talk about a startup that furthers its goal of making AI agents more intuitive, right? One of the things I say about workforce transformation is the real power is not in AI, it's actually in the talent in your organization using AI. And in Asia, Eric Ying wanted to shift the conversation from simply using chatbots to incorporating AI as an everyday companion to get his work done. And the platform is GenSpark Super Agent from Mainfunk. And this is an AI startup that he co founded in Palo Alto, California. And they have offices in Singapore and Japan. And on GenSpark, people communicate a prompt in natural language, right, directly to the agent. We're all familiar with that. And it produces their slides or spreadsheets. So if the outcome is a slide, you're talking to the slide directly. If the outcome you want is a spreadsheet, you're talking to the spreadsheet, right? So that this fundamentally shifts the way that you were thinking about interacting with AI capabilities as we continue to evolve in this kind of new frontier that we're on. And there are more than 80 agents on GenSpark, and they deliver services such as video editing, generating images, creating websites, and more. And I think we really do need to look to the startup world to see more and more of these innovations come to reality. But let's take a closer look.
GenSpark Super Agent revolutionizes how teams turn ideas into execution, creating presentations, videos, microsites, and more in minutes instead of months. Inside the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, the user acquires the GenSpark Super Agent and assigns access to team members. In Microsoft Teams, the agent appears in the org chart with its email ID ready to collaborate. The team, preparing for an upcoming presentation, asks GenSpark to help. For a marketing campaign, the user provides context on the coffee bean product line. Instantly, the agent delivers a tailored, professionally formatted presentation. Realizing competitive insights are critical, the user requests edits. GenSpark integrates charts, benchmarks, and market positioning seamlessly. Next, the user needs a campaign website, a task that traditionally takes hours. With a simple request, GenSpark builds a beautifully designed interactive site in minutes, reflecting the product line and campaign goals. Compliance and security remain top priority. Microsoft Purview captures audit logs for observability, while Defender Advanced Hunting tracks agent activity for proactive threat detection. With Agent 365 and GenSpark, complex tasks across Teams and Outlook become effortless.
I'm glad that that fantastic video also mentioned Microsoft Agent 365, because as more and more agents come into your environment, I'm sure you're concerned about governance. You can test out Microsoft's governance tool that gives transparency and visibility to all the agents in your ecosystem in the Frontier program. So make sure that you're checking out and learning more about Microsoft Agent 365, because it's going to be the center of our agent governance strategies. And we're working very quickly to bring you more content around driving governance of agents in your environment, because they are really so much of an important tool in you getting exactly what you need out of AI capabilities in the Microsoft ecosystem. So Microsoft is also doubling its skilling commitment to train 20 million people by 2030. And check out this blog post to learn how this investment positions India as a global AI hub and the transformative impact on workforce development and digital inclusion. Right? We want to make sure that with these AI capabilities, we're not creating another digital divide. That's very important. And so that's why we always say that, focusing on your workforce transformation, skilling your people. There's no company other than Microsoft that has as much free training for people that's available via learn.microsoft.com. So that always makes me excited when I hear about the investments that we're making in people around the globe.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really thought that was a very cool article. And, there's always so much going on. And another thing we've got going on, security, as
Yeah.
usual, right? So that team is always very busy, and they've got some new things coming up for incident response proactive services. And, looking at cyber resilience is something that's really important. And there's newly expanded incident response and the proactive services really designed to help organizations rapidly contain threats and recover with confidence. And these enhanced services bring Microsoft's global threat intelligence, expert responders, and advanced AI-driven analysts together to really, detect, isolate, and mitigate attackers before they cause widespread damage. So by aligning with this evolving threat landscape where financially motivated attacks and data theft and identity really, these are on the rise, Microsoft's giving security teams a more powerful and responsive safety net. So alongside the core response capabilities, these updated proactive services really help strengthen security postures long before incidents really occur. So this they're calling resilience assessments and readiness workshops, and then also tailored threat modeling engagements. So this is a comprehensive suite that Microsoft is delivering that supports prevention, preparation, and rapid recovery. So as things become more sophisticated, AI accelerated, these services are offering a strategic path forward, really equipping customers with the expertise, intelligence, and tools required to stay ahead of adversaries. The blog is really great. It's written by Andrew Rapp. You should definitely check that out for sure. And then we've got a bunch of stuff happening in the product land, of course. Things again were a little quiet, but there's still stuff going on always
There's
in the background.
always stuff going on. I noticed that this break, even though I was definitely unplugged, it did seem quieter, but everybody came back with a fierceness that I haven't
Yes.
seen in a while. So
Yes.
that was really interesting. And the
Yeah.
OneDrive team is, of course, no exception to that, right?
Yep. Mhm.
The OneDrive team, you may have seen a lot of the work that they were working on when we did our OneDrive event. You can still go back and find that on demand. But what you can read now is an insider article about OneDrive's year in review. And the AI-powered file management and system that we bring to the suite has really expanded. It is the connective tissue across apps, teams, and devices. The team continues to streamline that experience for people. And they showed their AI powered file management, and it's reshaping really the way people organize, find, and collaborate on content. I'm very excited about these things because, of course, whether you're working in Microsoft Teams, in SharePoint itself, or in one of the Office apps, those libraries that you sync from SharePoint, why that's actually being powered by OneDrive capabilities and OneDrive shortcuts. And that is the best way to be saving smart and have your content being optimized and AI ready. And so, from cleaner file views to more seamless cross-tenant sharing and improved media handling, OneDrive is evolving into a true hub for secure AI-driven teamwork. Now, don't be mistaken, right? This is all still connected with SharePoint and all of the other tools that we have found. But I love the innovation that's coming from the OneDrive team because it really centers on making things simple for the end user, for the people who are actually using these files, getting their data in the right place at the right time. And that's never been more important than in the era of Copilot, because you want to make sure people are finding the right information, and having it in the right library at the right place is the way to do it. So that is how they will continue to evolve the way they work tomorrow. So go and check out that article. And here's something that I really think is amazing: demystifying Azure pricing. Well, on January 22nd at 9 a.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Pacific, there's going to be two of these. There's going to be a live AMA. We want you to join us for this interactive session that breaks down Azure pricing complexity. Learn to estimate costs accurately, explore reservations, savings plans, and hybrid benefits, and discover best practices for cost optimization. We all know, and we lovingly joke, that Microsoft pricing you need a PhD to understand it. And so we really want to bring you along in some of the simplifications we've done in Azure. And whether you're planning migrations or you're managing an ongoing cloud spend, you want to learn actionable strategies to forecast, control, and reduce your costs. And this is the place you're going to do it. Of course, these events are also available on demand, but it's better if you come live, because then you can actually ask your questions to the people who are presenting this. So I will probably be watching that, because Azure pricing is something I have long wanted to understand better. It just kind of goes along with the fact that, as an IT professional, you're constantly learning, and we're trying to make that a little bit easier for you. And so definitely join us for that live AMA on January 22nd. Now, I know we're going to talk, Heather. Are you going to
Yeah,
talk applications and Dynamics 365 and Fabric?
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. All that and a bag of chips. Yeah, and I wanted to say, like our team, Karuana's team, we work on the techcommunity.microsoft.com, where all of these AMAs are. So, if you haven't foraged up there, which I'm sure most of you have, but techcommunity.microsoft.com, look for your favorite products that you work on. And make sure you're following those different areas. We have like 180 different community hubs
There's a
for
lot.
products and stuff up there. I know that
There's
sounds like a lot, but there's a lot going on, right? I mean,
Well,
there's a
there
lot
is,
of
and
products.
also what I like
Yeah.
about that is there's not only product communities for SharePoint and Azure and
Yep.
OneDrive and all the good things, but there's also areas for IT professionals. There are
Exactly.
topic areas
Yep.
that are specific to specific things, and you can find the discussion boards, but you can also follow the blogs. And we
Yep.
use the blogs on the tech community to announce new information all the time in that are specific to these different areas. So the best thing to do is to go there and log in, create yourself a profile so that you can follow the things that you want and manage your notifications. And the platform, it's such an honor to get to manage that platform with more than 100 million people on it. But
Yeah.
we want to make sure that you're getting the most out of it too, with all of the events that we're doing. And that's really a place that we're landing a lot of this technical training and things like this awesome AMA from Azure. Bless whoever thought of that. They must have heard us praying to the technology gods that we don't understand pricing. Help us, please.
I love it that I tossed you like the baton and you were like, "Woo, I got it." I love it. 'Cause, like I knew you were gonna do that. That's awesome. Yeah, but
Seasoned co-hosts. That's
I
the
know.
thing.
High five. Well, and we're really passionate about this community platform. It's been around a
Yeah.
long time, and there's a lot going on always. And just a shout out also to our community managers who
Yeah.
work on it on the back end, and the folks who take care of the technology on the back end who've been there forever, Alan and folks. And, so there's a lot that goes into it. And the product teams who are using it to put out information, we always encourage them, put your stuff, let's do more events, let's do more things. And it's been great to just watch the growth over the years of this thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just neat. So
definitely.
yeah, it's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about some fabric stuff. Fabric and dynamics today is where we're going to go. So there's an acquisition that happened of a company called Osmos, and they're a leader in autonomous data integration. And this is all about accelerating the future of autonomous data engineering in Fabric. So the addition that Osmos brings to the table is advanced no-code AI-driven data ingestion capabilities that make it dramatically easier for organizations to connect, clean, transform, and operationalize data virtually from any source. So by weaving this Osmos technology directly into Fabric, Microsoft is really enabling customers to reduce manual data engineering overhead, unify their data estates faster, and empower teams to focus on analytics, governance, AI innovation, rather than that repetitive data prep. So this is a great article by one of our CVPs, Bogdan Kravat. Definitely check that out. And I'm glad I spelled acquisition correctly because it was late when I did that AKA link. So anyway, also in the Dynamics 365 space, I wanted to give a shout out to Partner Talks. Partner Talks is run by Rick McCutcheon, and he's just so great. And just I was on his podcast, so a plug for him and all of his podcasts. It's a multimedia thought leadership series and organization that highlights really interesting people. They really focus on partners. They work with conference organizers and user groups to just really help promote innovation and creativity. You can check out Partner Talks on their website. Just always a great conversation with you. Thank you so much for having me on. And folks, if you want to connect with Rick, he's just so great. So he's been in the ecosystem a very long time and helps tons and tons of people do what they need to do. So very cool. And then that takes us into community events, moving into our one-stop shop, communitydays.org, which if you haven't been, you got to go check it out. We've got a lot of amazing events coming up in the ecosystem here. Community Days, Collab Days Bremen is coming up January 23rd, 24th in Germany. Thank you, Sven Svierding and Daniel Wessels, for organizing that one. That's going to be a great show. Another Collab Days, I think the first one of the year. And then there's a new show called Vibe 2026 that's going to be in South Padre Island, Texas, really focused on partners. Thank you, Liz Holland and Molly Fuchel. Like, love you two, Liz and Molly, are longtime Dynamics and Power Platform event organizers and user group organizers. So that event's going to be super cool. Also, I know there's going to be a blog coming out this week announcing keynotes in place for the Microsoft 365 Community Conference coming up in April and October. Jeff Tieper, our president from M365, is going to be there. Charles Lamana from the BizApp side of the house. And then we've got Vastu Chakal and Rohan Kumar, who are going to come talk to us about security. So we've got some heavy hitters for that show who are going to come keynote, and there's a discount code A300 for $300 off right now for that show. So very excited to be working on that. Lots of stuff going on there. Also, European Cloud Collab Summit. It hasn't been announced yet, but Adam Harmitz is going to be keynoting that show. So I know that announcement's going to come out soon. So very excited about that one coming up in the first week of May over in Cologne, Germany as well. So Aaron, let's put up all of the events that have been going on. We have a few past events that just happened. Aloha Honolulu. I usually take board meetings there. Haha, all puns intended. And in India, we had that event happen. And then we had a bunch of events, paid events and free events that just happened, as you can see. And then we've got a lot of upcoming back in biz for upcoming events. Dynamics Con Regional Data Start, Nantes, France. Let's see, Community Days DC at the end of the month. M365 Miami, which is a great show in its third year. Lots and lots of stuff going on. The Power Platform boot camps, Polish edition is virtual and on the books. There will be more of those. Those global boot camps usually have cities all around the world doing them all at the same time. And our friend Daniel Glenn, who puts on great shows in Tennessee, in Knoxville, there's a few paid events coming up as well. Vibe, like we had just talked about in South Padre, Tech Tallinn, which is years in the making, many years in Estonia. Exchange Summit, Expert Live Germany. Expert Live puts on great events. They did their first New York event in the US this past year that we were at, and Fabric Conference coming up in March. So lots and lots of stuff going on. If you are an event producer or know somebody that's putting on an event and you haven't seen that event up on communitydays.org, give them a nudge, put it up there. That's our one-stop shop. We want everything up there as humanly possible. People can look to be a sponsor. You can look for calls for content to be a speaker. And also people love volunteers, help with their shows. So, and that's all through our Microsoft Global Community Initiative, which we invite you all to join. And I did see the note about regional leaders. Nominations for regional leaders are going to open up most likely at the end of this week. So if you're looking for that, it hasn't come out yet, and it will soon, because I got to meet with the board this week and finalize our timeline. So I think we're at time, but we got to get back to our question of the day, Karuana, real quick.
We do have an answer to the question of the day. But yes, and thank you. Oh, I just want to give a shout out to the folks in the chat who are answering those questions. Thank you. We really appreciate the folks that come and do that. And being involved in MGCI is fantastic. And I love the answer to the question of the day about integrating and really centering your day into the AI centric world. I don't think it's long before that actually happens. More integrated into other applications like Excel or Word. Of course, I will say for myself, my day begins and ends, and I spend a ton of time in the Copilot app. Whenever I have questions, whatever I'm trying to plan, information I'm looking for. So it's really amazing how it used to be like I'd start up my computer and immediately go to Teams. Now I start up my computer and immediately go to Copilot, and it just gives me that view of my day from across Teams and Outlook and all the places that I need. So thank you to the folks who answered that. Our next show is going to be on January 26th. And we will hope for a few less technical difficulties, but we'll be here no matter what anyway, technical difficulties or not, because we like bringing you the news and everything that is going on in the Microsoft ecosystem. Another year, another season. Hey, make sure that you are answering that survey from the beginning of the show. We really do want to hear from you and make sure that we're providing value in the show. We love doing this, but it's got to matter to you. So make sure that you are checking all that out. And Heather, I can't wait for us to come back on the 26th.
Yeah, I know it's going to be great. Yeah, and I appreciate you, Nesha, doing all the AKA links in there. It's really awesome. So shout out to our MGCI regional leaders and board members, and just like Karuana said. And yeah, the first one in the books. So here we go. So
here we are.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And give yourself grace and goodness, everybody. There's a lot going on always, and we appreciate you, and we appreciate this community. And Karuana, I appreciate you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. All right, everyone. Have a good week. Take care of yourself out there. Bye-bye.
Cheers, everybody. Bye.